What's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Buzz Boys. I just want to say first off, shout out to King Fuse Lit House and DKM up there for having me on the panel. It was supposed to be like a little 10 minutes. We ended up chopping up for like 45 minutes, just talking about the Hornets, their future. What we could do to prevent the Hornets ending back on the treadmill of mediocrity, as I like to call it. Shout out to him. But this video right here gonna be basically post game about the game that we saw earlier tonight. Kings, Hornets, get right into it. Why did it get out of hand? Get out of hand, slow start as usual, end up 15-point deficit as usual, 15 plus as usual. And it's like it's the same story every fucking game. Sometimes we're able to, come back and it doesn't matter. But on the games where we're not, we get down 17, 19, 23, or whatever the case may be in the fucking first quarter at that. First quarter, early second quarter. You have to play perfect basketball to come back from stuff like that. We can't do that shit every night. Some nights we do. Some nights, even like tonight, we cut the shit down from, I think it was 26 at one point. We cut it from 26 down to 12, I think. Down to 12. And I mean, it's kind of crazy because I'm watching the Greensboro Swarm. The Greensboro Swarm were down like 24, and they cut that shit to like 7. So it's just kind of like the same thing. But we can't do this. We're number one in points per game, number one in 3-point percentage, but then we're dead last in defense and points given up per game, and that number is only going to get worse because we gave up 140 tonight. We're not going to win no fucking games like this. Not like this. And I mean, it's like we still are having the same fundamental problems that we've been having. Guarding the 3-point line, running people off 3-point line. And then even when we fucking do, we get destroyed inside. Rashawn Holmes had 20 fucking boards, bro. What are we supposed to do? So tonight, I mean, we just got hit from both sides tonight because I mean, they were hitting the 3 and killing us inside, so that's how they got to 140. We couldn't stop either one. Usually it's like you'll sacrifice some paint points because you're trying to guard the 3, or you'll give a couple threes because you're trying to stop the post. We couldn't do fucking either, so we just got bombarded from both. Like, we're getting jumped. So I don't know what the fuck we're supposed to do. And it's basically like whenever we face a decent center, we turn them into Shaq because we don't have any center. And it's been the same thing for the last couple years. Except for instead of watching Biyombo get fucking bullied and play like shit, now it's a Plumlee. But we still have the same problem. And now we lost Cody Zeller, so we lost depth. At least we had 2 people. At least, okay, you could try to do Zeller and do Biyombo. Now it's just, okay, Plumlee plays like shit. All right, what the fuck do we do? I mean, Nick Richards is coming. He's trying to play some viable minutes, but I mean, I've never been a big Nick Richards guy. You feel me? I like Vernon Carey more than I like Nick. I've never been too big on Nick because Nick, I still view him as raw, and it's not like he's some type of great defensive center. He gets scored on all the same. So for me, it's like if you're gonna have a center that's getting scored on, at least have one that can come back down and score. Nick Richards give you 7 points. All those 7 are going to be provided off dump offs, off pick and roll, where any big man can catch it and dunk it. It's not shit that has to do with him, creating his own bucket. At least Vernon Carey can, score and generate points for himself. So I'm not sure what the fuck we do at the center spot. We're fucked, and that's where the base of everything is coming from. I mean, look at the boards tonight: 28 rebounds to 56. What the fuck are you gonna do when you're getting literally doubled in rebounds? They had 13 offensive rebounds, we had 7. We're getting doubled in every rebounding statistical category. What are we supposed to do? We had 29 assists, they had 29. We had 5 blocks, they had 1. We had 8 steals, they had 5. We had 10 turnovers, they had 18. We had 54 points in the paint. They had 46, which is crazy to me that we outscored them in that. But when you look at almost every other category, we won. But when they're getting twice as many rebounds as you, what the fuck are you supposed to do? And then not to mention they shot 50% from three. And they made their free throws. They shot 85% as a team. And I don't know, Eric Collins has been covering, he's like, these teams are shooting like historically high free throws against us. And I mean, hey, this is the NBA. That's a part of the modern NBA. Teams aren't going to shoot 70% from the free throw line anymore. We're shooting fucking 62% from the free throw line. And we got blown out, so it didn't matter. But in close games, you shooting 62% from the free throw line is going to cost you. I've been saying the same thing in every fucking video. And it's paining me as a Hornets fan. I don't like having to say the same shit. I don't like seeing the same flaws not being fixed. And I think that's Borrego's biggest flaw. I mean, now what the fuck can you do to force your team to get better at free throws? Force them to shoot. But I mean, Miles, a guy who was literally like 2 free throws away last year from being a 50-40-90 guy, he missed 4 free throws tonight. He went like 0 for 4 from free throws tonight. It just was a bad night for free throws, period. But I mean, what the fuck can you do? I don't know. I mean, lock Plumlee in the gym and make him shoot free throws, because when he goes to free throw line, that's a guaranteed split, a guaranteed 0 for 2. But the rebounding is what's taking us out. And now I know PJ was out tonight, but I mean, even if he was there, I don't think it would have made too much of a difference. I really don't. I mean, our leading rebounder tonight was Mason Plumlee with 6. And sometimes LaMelo will come out and have 8-9 rebounds. You can't depend on him to do that every night. You can't depend on Miles to have 8-9 every night. Sometimes a double-double. I mean, shit. Jam McDaniels had 3 in 15 minutes. You can try to put him in there a little bit more, because he's like 6'10". But I mean, what are you gonna do? Kelly Oubre had 4. But I mean, he wasn't playing too good tonight. You can't really play him extended minutes. So I'm trying to look at within the roster, without even making any external trades, how do we solve this problem? I'm not quite sure. I mean, rebound by committee, try to do everything as a team. But, bro, when guys are literally just bigger than you, bro, they're going to get the fucking ball. Same thing like when we play the Cavs. They have 3 7-footers. There's no way we can make up for that. They have 3 7-footers. We don't. Period. You know what I'm saying? Hustle, run fast, and try to get the ball. But you look at it, Harrison Barnes had 10 rebounds tonight. Rashawn Holmes had 20 and 20, bro, in only 33 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Harrison Barnes played 37. It's not just like they really need to play anymore, but I mean, that man had 23 and 20 in 33 minutes. And then Tristan Thompson had 6 rebounds in 13 minutes. What the fuck, bro? And I'm really mad because I wanted Rashawn Holmes. That's who I wanted. Because I felt like he was going to be a cheaper option. And I was surprised that the Kings kept him. But considering how they felt about Bagley, which, I mean, it wasn't too much of a surprise how they felt about Bagley, because, he was trying to get traded and his dad kept fucking tweeting. His dad's still tweeting to this fucking day. But I wasn't surprised they ended up keeping Holmes. But I am surprised they did not move Bagley at all. They could have moved him at a deadline. They didn't. They kept him this year and said, you're not going to play. Trade him. The Hornets need a center. What do we give up to get Marvin Bagley? I don't know. But let's just do it. Okay? Because we need a fucking center, man. And it's really bad, bro. Because Plumlee, he's bad, man. He's bad. And now, see, one thing I can't give Plumlee credit for, he's a good passer out of the post. But he does too much. He's one of those centers that, he wants to dribble the ball up the court. Man, just pass it to LaMelo. Pass it to Terry. And jog your ass down there to the post. He want to try to dribble the ball up, show that, hey, I can do it too. We don't need that from you. I don't need my center getting ripped trying to bring the ball up. Don't need it. Don't need to see that. And I mean, even in the half court, he'll set a screen and the guy's just expecting a handoff. He wants to palm it and try to make his own decision. bro, like it's like going against the grain because he wants to show, hey, I can pass and I can do this and I can do that. I just need a center that can literally get some fucking boards and get some fucking dunks and make his free throws. That's all I need. That's all I need. I mean, he has 5 points, 4 rebounds. 5 points, 4 assists, 6 rebounds in 22 minutes. He only played 22 minutes because, for one, he wasn't playing good. Two, he fouled out. He had more fucking fouls than points. Fouls was his highest statistical category. He had 6 fouls and 6 rebounds. Like, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck? And that's on top of letting your opponent give you a 23 and 23. And Kai Jones came in with like 2 minutes left. Shit, when it was like 8 minutes in the fourth quarter, I said, man, fuck it, just put in Kai. Just see what the fuck he can do. There's no reason to sit here and just keep playing Richards. You know Richards isn't gonna do shit. Richards had 2 rebounds in 20 minutes. The fuck is he out there doing? He's not no solution. You know what I'm saying? Like, dead ass. McDaniels had 3 rebounds in 15 minutes. Richards had 2 in 19. How the fuck is putting Richards out there for 20 minutes helping something? He's not doing a damn thing. So, I feel like fucking put Kai out there, bro. Just to see what the fuck happens. I know you don't really want to, waste games trying to, see what you have in your rookie, but when you're getting blown out by fucking 25 plus the whole fucking night, who cares? I would have put in Kai with like 8 minutes left just to see what the fuck he can do. Because the Kings left their starters in. So you put in Kai Jones with 8 minutes left, you can actively see, okay, how does he match up with Rashawn Holmes? Is he getting us rebounds? We don't know. But that was just my little rant, man. I was just fed up watching the game. I just had to get it off my chest. But LaMelo, 24 and 13. Great bounce back game. LaMelo has been struggling on the road. This kind of silences that, should bump those on the road stats up a little bit. And I'm happy. Terry is still struggling, and I don't know at what point does the conversation come in about minute reduction, or I don't know. The thing is like, okay, we take Terry Rozier out. Who do we replace him with? Martin. And Martin played 20 minutes tonight. How much is he supposed to play? And I've been screaming Book Night. I do believe that Book Night deserves a chance at real NBA action. In garbage time, just getting thrown in there. It's like he's literally just chucking up shots. You're trying to get his first points. But if you actually insert him in the first or second quarter and let him get going, not to the point where he just feels desperate to try to throw something up at the rim just to say, hey, I scored, give him a real chance, he might be able to do something. I don't know if Borrego's willing to do that, but Terry is playing bad. And the thing is, he's getting touches. How many possessions do you let him waste trying to get in the rhythm? Because that's sacrificing games. The only difference is it's a veteran and not a fucking rookie. But letting the player get their feet under them or whatever the fuck, get back on their feet, as you want to say, that costs games. It doesn't matter if they're a veteran. It doesn't matter what the fuck they are. Letting a struggling player or potentially struggling player play 30 plus minutes every night. He's shooting 30% from the field. He's shooting 28% from three, and that's rounding up. He's at 27.8 with 3 rebounds and 3 assists. What is there to like about Terry Rozier right now? Nothing at all. He's horrendous. And I haven't seen too many Hornets fans talking about it. It needs to be talked about. Because, now, do I believe that Terry Rozier is going to average 30 and 27 shooting splits for... No. It's only 5 games in, coming off a sprained left ankle and a sprained right ankle. It's going to take some time. But he's getting his shots. I mean, his first game back. I mean, really off the first ankle sprain, 1 for 5, 6 points. Okay, whatever. And then he sprains his left ankle. Then he comes back after 4 games from that, 4 for 10, 4 for 9 from three. Okay, that's a decent little game back, 14 points. Then against the Cavs, 23 points, but he's 9 for 22 to do it. 4 for 11 from three. Okay. Then Warriors, he's 5 points, 2 for 12, 1 for 7 from three. Then again, Kings, 3 for 14, 1 for 7 again from three. 9 points. That's not cutting it. That's not cutting it. Oh, excuse me, man. It's late. It's 2:06. It's 2:06. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to wrap this. Yo, I'm trying to wrap this shit up, man. But I mean, I'm talking from my heart right now. This content needs to get out. So I mean, with Terry struggling, I don't know if it's a minute reduction. Do you play Martin more? And I mean, the thing is, with Martin, I fuck with Martin, but I feel like he's not a player that needs to be playing 30 minutes a game. Because I feel like what he's going to do in 20 is what he's going to do. That's just personally how I feel. Like, it's not like, okay, Cody Martin's going to go. God, excuse me. It's not like Cody Martin's going to go off for 25 points or something like that. He might, maybe one time. But, it's not like, okay, him playing extended minutes is going to really result in too much of a differential in stats. So, I mean, do we give Book Knight a chance? Hey, I don't know. But, I mean, it's 5 games in. I don't want to overreact. There's 82. Terry's played 5. I mean, he's going to miss something. So, I mean, he's going to play 70-something if he stays healthy. But, like, Terry has 70 more games in front of him. I don't want to judge off 5. I don't like to, put too much on the first 10th of the season. Literally, it's the 10th of the season. 8 games. That's fucking 10th. Come on, man. But at the same time, it is something. It's all that we can go off of right now. Hindsight's always 2020. It's easy to say if Terry Rozier finishes the season averaging 23 points a game, who's going to remember that he was playing like shit for the first 3 or 4? Nobody. This shit's not gonna matter. But I mean, he's got to get going though. And when does it happen? And what are the lengths and measures that we go to make sure it happens? And that's the thing. I don't think we can make sure that it happens. He's getting his touches. I mean, he's shooting the ball 14 times a game, 22 times a game. What do we what do we do? Terry Rozier, his catch and shoot stats are down. He led the league in catch and shoot last year. Now them shots aren't falling. So, if Lithouse asked me like, yo, you pay Terry Rozier if he keeps playing this, what do you do? I mean, if you go to any team starting shooting guard and cut their numbers in half all across the board, there ain't shit to do. Especially if you done paid him already, you're fucked. When any player regresses like that, you're fucked. So, I mean, all we can do is pray and hope that Terry Rozier gets back to what we saw last year and the year before last. High teens, low 20s. That's what we need. That's what we need. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, y'all. We're approaching 20 minutes. I'm sorry I didn't talk more about the game. I just ranted and got a lot going on. But, I mean, let's see, just so I can have some talking points. I mean, I'm gonna sprinkle some highlights in here. How I do, but I mean, shit, I'm gonna put some fucking McDaniels highlights in there because he's the GOAT. He needs to play more. McDaniels need to play in the first half, and I think he should have played against the Cavs, trying to match up with their size as well. I don't know what was up with the McDaniels benching. I don't agree with it. I think McDaniels needs to be playing. That's just me personally. But I mean, really, the main bright spots is really LaMelo. Gordon got going late, trying to will something in, but I mean, by the time Gordon got going, the game was really already about over. But I mean, so it's really not too many bright spots to highlight. But hey, it is what it is. Golly, man, I'm sorry, but I think we have the Clippers next. We'll see how that goes. We do have a day off tomorrow, so we'll see how it goes, man. But I'm out. I'm tired as fuck. It's been a long day. It's 2:11 in the morning. I will catch you on the next one. If you're up, thanks for listening. If not, hey, hopefully you get a chance to listen to it tomorrow after wake up or whenever the fuck. I don't really care as long as you watch it. Like, subscribe, all that. I'm out. Peace.